Okay, we're live.
Awesome. So I'm here with Matt Wynot from B Maritimes, and we're talking a bit about B and the story of this ministry. And in particular, I'm asking Matt if he can share some of the story of the vision of the ministry and what it means to maintain the mission and vision of a new ministry initiative and what some of the challenges to that are. So Matt, I'm wondering if you could first just kind of give us a brief synopsis of what is B.
Yeah, for sure. So I kind of think of it as taking the church outside of the church. Is the quick answer to that. We were really kind of about believe it or not, 2.5 years ago now, inspired by a gathering of over 1,000 United Church folks. We saw something that was missing, and the piece that was missing was that age cohort of anybody basically under 45, not at this gathering. And there was a group of us who said, we need to change this. And we started talking and doing some research and hearing from that age group of people. And they said, these are the things that we want. We want to feel inspired when we go to church. We want to feel that we're welcome in the space. We want to feel a sense of, really great music, to be frank, and really great programs for my kids. And so we said, well, that seems like a simple solution. And we started off our first gathering. We had over 250 people there. And we've had small gatherings of, 27. So it's been a really great success. I would say that so that's basically the vision.
Okay. So you have this group and you say, we need to do something. We've identified this missing piece and we have a vision and idea to do something that would feed people and meet people where they're at. And so you and a few other folks form kind of the central team. And as we've been talking about new ministry stuff and looking at leadership, the team element we're just seeing more and more is so important. Having a team, it not being an idea or task of one person or even a few people, you need that critical mass of a team. So you have this team and you start planning and leading these events. And a big part of the B experience is that you're hosting these events all over the place, so all over the Maritimes. And so we've chatted before, and you've talked about engaging others in different local contexts and the process of that. So can you talk a bit about what it looked like when you started to launch events and you were going all over the place, and how you got others involved? And then let's start with that.
Yeah. So we kind of wrote a list down of people who we thought would be within the values of what we were trying to do. We created these groups of people at various sites. One of the issues we had was the group of us who were kind of the founders felt like we were being we were trying to be all-encompassing for everybody's opinions on what this thing should look like. Okay. And what do we typically do? Then we make it feel like United Church, right? So we have to have we have to have this and we have to have that, and the language we use has to be this. And it's like, does it? What are we trying to accomplish here? We're trying to accomplish an opportunity for people to feel inspired about their faith, to be able to have a safe space for people to ask questions. And, ultimately that was our goal. Because the folks under 45, and I'm big paintbrush here, not necessarily everybody, but we don't do that. We don't create that space in our traditional congregations. So that's the type of space that we felt that we were able to accomplish.
So if I'm hearing you, you're saying there was a bit of a tension or challenge in working with these different local teams, in that you found that the vision that the core team that you had was kind of being distilled a bit in each of the different locations. Is that?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And so that's where we had to take, what I've always said is it's really, really important sometimes just to say, stop, take a breath and refocus. and say, okay, we got to take a step back and we got to say, what did we hear and what, from the original context, and let's remember what we heard and how we do this.
Awesome. And so in moving forward in kind of this emerging shape of what B is continuing to be, what's one thing that's been important for the core team to stay grounded in what you're called to be and do, and what that initial spark of vision was, and at the same time allowing the ministry to become something a little different?
Yeah, I would say that honesty. Like, I feel really safe with the people that I get to work with in saying, you know what, that sucked. I just didn't feel like that was the right move. And 9 times out of 10, everybody's in agreement. We're kind of like, we know that that's what our gut is saying, and we don't let it fester.
As emergent church examples, are at this stage of experimentation. And the reality is, experimenting means that some stuff's going to go really well and some stuff's going to go terrible. And so to take the learning from what doesn't work and move that into something else, you need those honest conversations. Fantastic. Well, thanks for sharing a bit of your story today, and I'm excited to hear some of our other folks, what some of their experiences of maintaining the vision and transformation and joys and challenges of that are. And thanks for starting us off by sharing your story to get that conversation going.
No problem. Talk to you soon.
Bye.